Hi, I just called Premier Legault's office and I got the answer machine. Right now, I'm trying to get answers. See, nobody wants to give them because this is a taboo subject of embryos that are being stolen, sold. Is this human trafficking? See, I live here in Quebec, and the police here in Quebec didn't want to do squat. They finally took a police report last year when another MP that I talked to, Anthony Housefather, said, use my name. It's property. When your property is stolen, you should make a police report. Finally, they did take a police report. Then what happened was that the detective that was handling the case refused to get involved. He goes, I'm an adopted child, leave the baby where he is. Listen, a crime was committed. And he goes, I don't care. I'm not helping you. Another year goes by. And then during the recent election, that's when I did talk to the Bloc Party. And he helped me get the police involved again. And now the police have, I don't know if they're investigating, I don't know what they're doing, because no one has called me back. And right now I'm waiting for an answer. And the answer that I'm getting is silence. Go away. We don't want to know no darkness. We don't want to know anything that is going on that is a crime. We're closing our eyes. We're pretending that it doesn't exist. And if it doesn't exist, then we don't have to help you. See, I'm not letting that happen. See, right now, I want justice. I want the truth. I want the truth to come out. There is a dark side of IVF. Because people steal, people lie, people manipulate. And this is doctors that are supposed to be helping us. And they're not helping us. They're stealing from us. And when they steal, they take what matters the most to us. Just recently, I joined a group of women and everything that they have to have egg donors. And they're going to Zytec and all these other different places and buying 9 eggs that their husband will fertilize to get 2 embryos. And out of those 2 embryos, they're paying $12,000 to $16,000. It's legal to do that. $16,000 to have a genetic link to your husband for 2 tries, which is incredible. See, this is a big business. And being a big business, you see, nobody wants to talk because money is being exchanged for genetic material. Genetic material that does turn into a baby, that does have value to the couple, and they want to have that baby. But what happens when an IVF clinic is taking your eggs and embryos and selling it to an infertile couple? An infertile couple will pay between $5,000 and $10,000 per embryo. See, to them, they're willing to try. Couples spend close to almost $100,000 before they conceive. And they continue trying. So it's like, if they're paying $10,000, it's bam, 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 bam. It adds up. Plus the medications that you have to take during IVF. You're lucky if you have insurance. And if you don't, you're paying out of pocket. See, when is the government going to get involved? You see, I live in Quebec. And women have always had it tough here. And right now, it comes to our reproductive health. Who is going to protect us? who is going to protect our genetic material? We need law for doctors not to do this again. See, I have a baby out there that another woman gave birth to, which is a full genetic sibling to my son. Without my knowledge, without my consent, it happened. And I'm trying to right the wrongs. In order to right the wrongs, the truth has to come out. The dark side of IVF, where money is being made on women's backs. Women, without their knowledge or without their consent, is being used like an animal. Out of one retrieval, 10 to 20 couples can get helped with that donor. They can overstimulate her, get as many as 40 to 60 eggs, and divide it up. 10 eggs, and that will go for a pretty penny. On one cycle on a woman, the doctor can make up to $90,000 to $100,000. So you know what? This is a big business, especially if it's done illegally. See, illegal practices have to be stopped. Justin Trudeau stopped the illegal practicing when it came to weed and criminalization of it. What about criminalization on human trafficking? Trafficking women's ovum. What are you going to do? Are you going to stop the crime? See, there is a dark side of IVF. IVF, it's just the technician, the nurse, and the doctor, and the embryologist. And especially if it's a private clinic, they get away with a lot. See, I tried standing up. I tried my best to stand up and say this is wrong. And I've been screaming that this is not right. Even when I came face to face with that woman, they lied. Said, oh, we can't talk about her. We can't talk about another patient. Well, what's going on when she has to give away one of her embryos? See, the doctor admitted to me that they took away one of the embryos to give it back to me, my property, to give it back to me. I was supposed to get pregnant when I didn't. See, I only had 3 embryos left. And what happened was, she got one, I got one. She didn't get pregnant, I didn't get pregnant. Bonnie made the clinical decision to run out of the room and give the other woman my embryo. She conceived a baby after 6 tries. 6 of my embryos. Without my knowledge, without my consent. On a $64,000 cycle, I got 2 of my embryos. And God knows how many other women got my ovum. When they do the investigation, the truth will come out. But until then, what is the Quebec government is going to do? What is Quebec going to do for me? You're good at standing up for language, but what about the victims? Are you going to protect the most innocent people in our society, which is our children? Women and children have always been victims of crime. Be it conjugal violence, being it sexual abuse, being a violent crime. What about silent crimes that happen and you don't even know what's happening? Your genetic material is being stolen during an IVF procedure. Don't you have the right to know that this is going on? If, you know, the Quebec government has to do something. The cabinet minister is involved. And right now, I just called Premier Legault's office. I got the answer machine again. See, I'm going to continue trying until I get an answer. Until then, I'm continuing to fight. And right now, I'm reaching out to women and letting them know what happened to me. I'm not saying all doctors are thieves, but the thieves that are involved has to be punished. Neil, I don't know why you did that. And you have to make this right with me, because I will never go away. I will never. It's not about money. Right now, it's about what you did to me. And just because I got pregnant with Olivia doesn't mean you're off the hook. Bonnie needs to pay for what she did to me. And I don't think she mentioned to you that I met her at Vendome Metro with Zane and Olivia. She saw me. She looked me dead in the eyes and she ran. See, I don't forgive her. If I didn't have the kids in my hands, God knows what would have happened, because I would have lost it. You need to fix this. You need the truth to come out. Neil, you're a father of 5. 4 girls, 1 son. How could you do this to another woman? See, you need to fix this. See, your son looks up to you. And you have to set a good example for being a good man. Or are you going to teach your son to be a thief just like you? See, Bonnie will pay for it. You will pay for it. McCartney Tetra? I'm not signing that. There's no way in hell. I want to go to court. I want to get the DNA evidence. I want an investigation. I want the truth to come out. There's no way that I will sign that document. There's no way that I will forgive you. McCartney Tetra, when women and men find out that you're representing a thief, stealing the unborn, this is what your firm is going to be known for. See, business is business, money is money. But when it comes to families, everybody has a family. Poor, the rich, the middle class, everybody. And when you hit home, let's see if your investors will agree with me. You hit families, everybody is going to get hangry. And everybody is going to be accountability. And let's see what your firm is going to be worth after it comes out. See, be very careful. I would talk with your board members before representing a thief. This isn't an action that wasn't intentional, an accident that happened during surgery, a death caused by leaving an instrument inside a person where it went to gangrene. It wasn't an accident. This was an intentional. When something is done intentionally, it's criminal. When being criminal, it's not covered under insurance. Yeah, he will pay you until he's broke. And then you'll own everything he has, but your firm will still be known as a human trafficking firm that got a thief off. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. He got his comeuppance. See, he chose death. See, he committed suicide in jail. He, he paid everybody off to turn their head where he could kill himself. And his little girlfriend is serving time right now. She's getting her just deserves. Let's see what happens here. Everybody gets what's coming to them. See, they're getting it on earth, but in death, where are they going? Are they going to a nice hot place where they will be tortured for eternity for what they have done? Or are they going to make amends for the suffering that they have caused on earth? See, everybody has to pay, regardless. You see, there is a God, and you have to be. No one's perfect. Let's get that straight. No one's perfect. Everybody does something, but sometimes you can make up for it and right your wrongs. If your wrongs are righted, maybe you won't go to hell. But see, I try to be the best person possible. I never hurt anybody. I don't steal. I don't manipulate. I try to help as many people as possible. I'm not that person that would stop and take care of someone when they're not feeling well or fell down or lost, or help that elderly person get to where they need to be. I would take my time and help that person. I do not take advantage of people. See, there's a nice warm place for people like that. And you know what? You can't live forever. And you know what? We're in the middle of a pandemic. And if you're a shitty person, your time is coming. And you know what? Everybody pays. I want justice for my family, justice for my children. My son that I never got to meet, I will never forgive. And you know what? I know that I would have possibly held on to my embryos for another 20 years and maybe let another person use my embryos. Or I would have chose for them to be placed in the uterus and just to live out their lives, even though there was no chance of implantation. There are humane ways of doing it. You just let nature take its course. See, I believe in God, and I believe that every child deserves a chance at life. And I met a lot of people and a lot of sad stories. I met this woman at the fertility clinic. Actually, she called me not that long ago. She did conceive. She conceived a baby with no arms, no legs. And she told me she aborted the baby at 6.5 months. And I said, why? Why would you do that? She goes, because the baby wasn't perfect. And I said to her, I saw a YouTube story of a little child in Europe that was born with no arms, no legs, but his mental faculty was there. He was in an orphanage, and this woman took him home and adopted him. He's in university. He understands everything. He feels, he thinks. He's a genius. You know, not having arms and legs, you still deserve a chance at life. No one should be aborted for that reason. And I told her that. She goes, I should have talked to you a long time ago. And I go, you could have had a baby in your house. Maybe it wouldn't have been a baby of your dreams, but it would have been a baby that would have developed just like any other child. With a little help, he could have still had a chance at life. You know, if you look at it, what happens if that baby was in a wheelchair or was born perfect and in a wheelchair, paralyzed from the neck down? Do they deserve to be euthanized? Do they deserve to die? No. Everybody has a right at life. And just because it's not a perfect child doesn't mean it has to be destroyed. See, another person would have took that child in and raised it as their own. See, but people don't think. People rush into decisions that affect everybody. See, that will haunt that woman for the rest of her life, that she didn't get the proper counseling to know that the baby would have been mentally okay. You know, but see, she didn't call me back yet because this was a couple of months ago, she was going to do a transfer. And it was the last embryo. Like, I told her what happened to me, and she couldn't believe it. She goes that she wouldn't do another retrieval with him and that she would go to another fertility clinic. I don't know if she got pregnant because she never called me back, and I'm just so busy in life that I don't talk to anybody. But see, this is my mission right now, to let people know when you do IVF, there is a chance that you're pushing nature and that you may end up with a handicapped child. You know, but every child deserves a chance at life. If you don't want that child, another person won't want to raise that child. Give that child a chance at life. Deliver the baby. Give it up. You see, life is very precious. And we're not promised tomorrow. We're promised today. And each day that goes on, it's a gift from God. And like, I was talking to this lady in Europe. I haven't heard from her today. She didn't text me. But I don't know if she was on Facebook. I don't know if she passed away. See, she lost her husband to COVID. She lost her son to COVID. She has no family. And right now, she's suffering. I sent a message to her today. I know this is a very sad time for a lot of people with Christmas, losing friends, losing family. Another lady on Facebook that I'm talking to, she lost her brother recently. So Christmas is going to be sad for a lot of people. Say hello. Say hi. How are you? You know, thinking about you. How are you? Reach out. Be a good person. It doesn't cost anything to be a good person. Be a friend. Don't be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Reach out and be a good person. God will reward you in ways that you would never imagine. God may sometimes have his eyes closed and he's not hearing anything. He's not hearing the pain that human beings are going through. But Notre Dame predicted this. And you know what? I believe that God is not going to let the end happen. That he is going to be our Savior. The people that do wrong will pay. And they will go to a special place. But, see, I believe that God is very forgiving, and He will take care of the earth. He'll take care of this pandemic, and He will just weed out the ones that He thinks that are not deserving of His mercy. And you know what? Make amends before Judgment Day. See, I believe that Judgment Day is going to come, but He's not going to destroy the earth. He's not going to destroy it with pandemic or anything like that. That just the people that need to be weeded out will be weeded out, and life will go back to normal, which we all deserve, especially the little ones. See, my son and my daughter are innocent. They deserve a chance at seeing the beauty in life. That life is wonderful. Life is beautiful. They deserve to grow up and to be happy, not to be wearing a spacesuit and being scared of germs. See, right now we have to be scared. People are not wearing their mask properly. People are not wearing masks at all. See, there's a lot of people like Donald Trump that doesn't believe that the virus exists. It does. Just recently I talked to my friend. She lost her sister-in-law in Trinidad, and a lot of family members were flying in. The husband just recently got diagnosed with COVID. All the people at the funeral have to be tested. All of these people traveled from all parts of the world and possibly got exposed to COVID. And now they're back situated with their loved ones, their family for Christmas, that they have to worry if they got COVID. They're in isolation right now. See, we have everyday virals and everything, and you know, but we still have to take care. Like right now, I have to take care because right now I'm not feeling that great. I have a sore throat and a little bit of fever, but I know where I got it from. But see, I'm watching it, and if I don't feel well, I will go for a COVID test. See if I got it. See, we're not immune against COVID or the variants. That's why we have to be diligent about everything. Take care. Love one another. Don't hurt anybody. Be that person that's going to be standing up for that next person. Help them. Guide them. You see someone that's lost and lonely and that needs a little TLC, be that person to reach out and say, hi, how are you? And like anything else, that's Charlie. Charlie, be quiet. That's the Jack Russell. Any noise, he freaks out. And there's Gary. He has to go pick up Zane from school and take care of the little things in life. And yes, we have to bring more pull-ups. That's a theme. See, little Zane, he needs to wear pull-ups going for nap time. At home, he wants pull-ups all the time. See, once the new year comes, he's going to be turning 4. There's no more pull-ups. He has to go pee-pee in the toilet. 4 is the cutoff for me. So,
that's coming soon.
It's coming soon. My little precious baby. He's going to be super surprised. Like, I got him everything he wanted for Christmas. And I'm going to be making a video tomorrow when I bring up all the gifts and everything. Gary, plug in the Christmas tree. I'm taping right now. He makes me scream. You see? That's why I'm always angry. I'm telling you, he's a dumb... Let me tell you,
I was in the middle of
I
you saw
hate
me.
this guy. I'm telling you, I hate him with a passion. He doesn't listen to shit. doesn't listen to anything that I say.
was in the middle
He gets fixated on one thing and he doesn't listen. I go, I'm taping. Plug in the Christmas tree. I'll show the Christmas tree before. Well, I have to count 1, 2. It's like he can't count to 10. I'm telling you, he's a dumb P. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, he makes me angry. And when people annoy me in my life, I get rid of them. And he's on a fine line. Let me tell you, he's on a fine line.
You love me.
Like
heartburn, flowing hair.
He thinks that. See, I don't need him. I will get rid of him fast if he doesn't change. Because you know what? He makes me angry. And you know what? I have other things that I have to concentrate on. And him, let me tell you, he's going to go soon if he doesn't start changing. Because let me tell you, it makes me crazy. And you know what? He can't count to 10. We have to give 10 diapers for 10 days. And let me tell you, he better start changing. I got you lost. Yeah. He's been lost since the day he was born. I'm telling you. He can't do shit. I'm the one guiding him in that, and I have to scream at him half the things to get him something done. If you know a man that does dishes for 4 hours, join my club.
What 4 hours?
He has to separate it out, bowl by bowl, plate by plate, fork by fork, pan by pan, put it on the floor, and then do it one by one and dry it.
Because I have to clear go take a look at the kitchen.
It makes me crazy. It makes me crazy. Just do one dish at a time and put it on the side and get it done in 20 minutes, not 4 hours. Let me tell you, things like that make me crazy. It makes me crazy. All right.
Hey, at least it's getting done.
Yeah, this is the Christmas tree. It's not all plugged in.
Well,
there's a plug.
Missing a string of lights.
No, the other plug has to be plugged in. It's so loose on the tree. But we have to finish that too. Little Zane loves his Christmas tree. Anyways, hit the subscribe button. And I think that I'm going to get that lady to help Gary. Let me tell you, he needs all the help in the world. All right, the baby just woke up.